Okay.
Next question.
Next question is this person is launching their wholesale retail phone repair business soon.
Ooh.
And they're saying with a very limited marketing budget, should I target individual consumers or businesses?
The not knowing much. I've got the Dream Crusher hat on because if you don't know your go-to-market and you're going to do this, that seems like a really broad ask of a question to dive in and start. So am I going to wholesale or retail? I mean, those are not just completely different businesses. They are miles apart. One's a B2B structure where you're, and the other is a mass marketing B2C type play, both with pretty entrenched competitors. So, I don't know anything else other than, gosh, my Dream Crusher hat just magically floated up to my head. Because, I just don't know that that's a really good idea. But let's reframe it and take off the Dream Crusher hat, because I was told that when I pull the hat out, I have to build up afterwards, which I hate. I think you should just crush dreams and move on. But so let's make a couple assumptions. Okay. He owns a cell phone repair shop in downtown Fayetteville, Arkansas, and he's killing it. And that's great. To me, it's how can you then use the internet and marketing to blow that up? How do you drive more traffic in? Because your rent's not going to go up. You're probably not going to have to hire too many people unless you double, triple your volume. Yeah. So, boy, with just a little tweak, that to me is a really good thing. E-commerce is hard. If you don't do e-commerce full time, you don't do e-commerce, especially not in post-Amazon 2018.
And not when you're coming up against Gazelle or some of these other big players. I mean, you can't beat them on a game of scale, which means you're not going to beat them on price. So, and the question there is, if you can't beat somebody on price on repairing their phone to normal, how it should be operating, what can you offer them that's so great versus Gazelle?
Well, if you're an heir to the Nokia fortune or the Kia Sarah or whatever, Ericsson, if you're Bob Ericsson, start this business. Great. You've probably got a competitive advantage. If you're just some dude, do something different.
Well, I think to leave you off with something that you can go and do, going on the assumption that you have a store currently, think about you can't go and play in a big ocean. I think it's you can't boil the ocean, but you can boil a pot of water. So you can find, if you, and this is going to take some research, understand that, I know, so I used to repair cell phones just for funsies. I know that an iPhone 5 and a 6 screen, I can get OEM from the manufacturer and fix it for half the cost that a store with overhead has. So maybe create a mobile unit that goes and does it and repairs certain types of phones. You can target that on Facebook, people who own iPhone 5, and then run it that way. So it's boiling small waters. It's not trying to boil the ocean if you want to grow and scale. And if you want to take on a giant, you've either got to have connections or money.
Yeah.
Well, funny enough, I have a friend who's actually done this and been fairly successful with it. So I put on that hat, and shout out to Cole Thornton down in Fort Smith. He's owner of Gadget Grave. He's opened several stores. They do really well. Always highly helpful. But he's an entrepreneur and understands the web. He actually came from a web background, so he has some really good things he's doing online. He's not trying to take over the world, but at the same time, he's servicing more people through
physical presence too.
Multiple established physical presence, and he's able to leverage that. So, shout out to Cole. There you go.